Kalong ke ka bas ngau tynnat na bynta ki nongthoh Khubor jong Jylla Meghalaya ha kaba mynta sngi ka arpo ar tarik nohprah arjar arpo ar kilayo ela ka jong ka Ophis Trei Kam Thymmai ka bedeiru ka sngi ba ka Shillong Press Club kala dap live house snem pura ka jing iaid lynti jong ka ha ka ban shakri ka Jylla ban pathai kila jingtip nong shong shnong ka Jylla. Lawan ban pli kini ka Office Trei Kam Thymmai dau konrat sangma ubedeiru kum ukongsan ha ka tegesngi ha ka jinga don ringkat ki officer jong ka DIPR Badru Senior Executive Press Council of India kinong yalam jong ka Shillong Press Club ringkat lang ki member jong ka Shillong Press Club layo aru ka jingrai pensngau tanat de kidekot jong ka Shillong Press Club. Katay ka Press Club Bynta ka don halo Lashimir hadin ka Office Trei Kam jong ka Directorate of Information Public Relation.
In my hour of darkness, she will stand there in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
Organizational structure and a motivation and a motive and a vision for the Shillong Press Club. And I think at the end of the day, as Mr. Jaishankar has mentioned, that it is ultimately for society, ultimately for our state, ultimately for the people, for the good, for the democracy of our state, for our country. I think these are the basic factors that should guide us, that we are all here to serve our people, our country and our state. You do it in a different manner, in a different platform. I do it in a different manner, in a different platform. If I'm losing my track, well, you will tell me and you will bring me back onto that goal. I'm not saying you will lose your track, but I'm saying you have to have a track, you have to have a vision. So I think this is very important, and I find that a lot of organizations normally get the office, then they get together, they meet up once in a while, have a cup of tea, and then that's it, and you're gone. So I think that should not happen to Shillong Press Club.
It means a lot to us. The reason being that for those who may not know, yes, we have been as old as 30 years. We've been in first of all where the disaster management office is now, used to be where the founding team of the Shillong Press Club sat, 4 or 5 of them. And because it was an old dilapidated building, it was the kind-hearted DIPR that came forward to say, you need a better place to work. May not be the finest, but at least a decent place. And ever since, we've been in Lower Lashumere. We've been working in a rented accommodation, again supported very actively by the IPR. And finally, we have within the IPR complex itself, which in itself is remarkable because nowhere else in this country does a press club exist within the IPR complex. So the magnanimity of the Directorate of Information and Public Relations and the overall support of the government of Meghalaya over these 30 long years, and over these 2 decades or so that I've been actively involved in pursuing this, we have not really had to fight for it. We have met and appealed and interacted with all our previous chief ministers, our previous IPR ministers, and directors and commissioner secretaries and all government officials. And not once must I say have I ever received a no. It has always been a positive yes.